The presence wanted acknowledgement. It wanted fear. It wanted engagement. The outsider's instincts screamed to flee, yet they stood rooted, caught between awe and terror. There was no question that whatever existed here was intelligent. It had a history, a memory, and a malice so profound that it seemed to seep from the soil itself. The vapor over the foundation thickened and spread, darkening into strands of smoky black, curling like elongated fingers. They reached toward the trees, brushing against the ground, and occasionally lifting into the air, floating with impossible grace. The strands coalesced at points, forming vague outlines of limbs, torsos, and faces, though they remained insubstantial. The outsider's breathing quickened. Every instinct screamed to look away, yet something compelled them to stare. Every fiber of their being understood that this was the Bell Witch, or whatever had become of her, manifesting in a form that bridged the realms of the living and the spectral. The strands swirled faster, circling the foundation, tightening around the stones like a constricting serpent. The humming beneath the ground became a roar. It was no longer simply a pulse. It was a song of awakening, resonating with the ancient terror of the place. The outsider stumbled, nearly falling onto the damp grass. They could feel the weight of attention, a consciousness pressing into their skull. It wasn't merely observing, they could feel the presence sizing them up, testing boundaries, calculating reaction times, measuring fear. A subtle vibration ran through the air. The darkness in the clearing seemed to thicken, solidifying into shapes that hovered just beyond comprehension. Faces, no masks, appeared and vanished. Limbs stretched unnaturally, defying the geometry of flesh and bone. It was a nightmare given form, yet tethered to reality through the foundation stones. The outsider realized the truth. This was not just a haunting. It was an intelligence, a predator, an echo of rage that had survived the centuries, learning patience, and waiting for the right moment to assert itself. Suddenly, the black strands shot outward from the foundation, not with violence but with intent. They brushed past the outsider, trailing across their arms and legs like cold, wet fingers. The sensation made their skin crawl. It was as if the presence was tasting them, weighing the boundaries between body and spirit. The outsider's knees buckled, forcing them to crouch. Every inhale felt like a battle. The mist and vapor swirled around them, coiling tighter with each breath, constricting space until the clearing seemed impossibly small, the trees looming over like towers in a nightmare city. Then the hum stopped abruptly. The forest fell